Here we have a question from the Khan Academy Midpoint Advanced exercise set. So we're told that A, P, and B are collinear, and P lies midway between A and C. And I believe that that is a typo, and that should be not C, but B. Okay, so P lies midway between A and B. Okay, and this should give us a clue that P is the midpoint. Okay, so this tells us that P is the midpoint. So let's look. Let's sketch ourselves a picture of what this might be. So I'll draw myself a line here, and then let's put some points on here. So we have point A. That's point A. And we have point B. And then somewhere in between we have point P. Okay. They are all collinear, so they share the same line. Okay. And so now we know that point A, okay, has the coordinates 4 plus 2/5 A. That's the x value. And the y value is negative A. And point B, I've got negative 28/5 A and negative 3/5 A. So those are my coordinates. Okay, and that's fine. They're algebraic expressions. They're not numbers. Okay, but we'll treat them just like numbers. And P, the midpoint, has coordinates of A plus 5, comma, negative 2A minus 1. So we're going to set up using our midpoint formula. Okay, so we know that the x coordinates of our midpoint, okay, we know that our midpoint, let me just write our midpoint formula. So our midpoint formula is the x coordinates is the average of our x's, and the y coordinate is the average of our y's. Okay. And so now we can set up an equation here. I know that A plus 5 is my x coordinate of my midpoint. I know that's equal to the average of these values. Okay, so this one and this one. So I know 4 plus 2/5 A plus negative 28/5 A. Okay. Divided by 2. Okay. And so that is quite the mess. And now note, we're solving for A, so we can use either coordinate to solve for A. I can use the x coordinate or the y coordinate. I've already got the x coordinate set up, so I'm going to go ahead and work through this. And while this is a little messy algebraically, we can get through it if we're careful. So I'm dividing by 2, and so what I'm going to do is to get rid of that, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So multiply 2 over here, and multiply 2 on this side. And so now it just becomes an algebraic exercise. So 2 times A is 2a plus 10. And then over here I get 4 plus 2/5 a plus a negative 28/5, so I'm just going to say minus 28/5 a. Now on the right hand side, since I have same variables, okay, I can combine some like terms. So these are like terms. So we can fix that up a bit. So I've got 2a plus 10 equals 4, and plus, and so I can add their coefficients. So this is 2/5 minus 28/5 times a, and that becomes, so 2 minus 28 is going to give me minus 26, so this is going to become 4 minus 26/5 a, 2a plus 10. Okay, so again, just remembering your algebra here. That's going to be the most difficult part of these problems. And so now we want to collect the a's on both sides. So what I'm going to do, and you can do it either way, but I'm going to bring this a over to here. So I'm going to add 26/5 a to both sides. And so that's going to give me 2a plus 26/5 a plus 10 equals 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and subtract my 10 from both sides, and then I will clean up the fractions on the other side. Okay, so that's just 0, and this becomes -6. -6 equal to 2a plus 26/5 a. Okay, now to add fractions, I need a common denominator. Okay, so I'm going to have to write 2 as a fraction over 5. Okay, so I can rewrite that as 10/5, because 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. So 10/5 a plus 26/5 a is equal to -6. And so now I'm just adding, and so I get 36/5 a equals -6. And now again I'm going to try to get a by itself, so I can multiply by the reciprocal, okay, of 36/5. So if I multiply this side by 5 over 36, and I multiply this side by 5 over 36, okay, notice that this is just going to cancel out. That's just going to become 1. That's going to leave me with a. And I've got -6 times 5 over 36, which is -30 over 36, which I can simplify to, what is that, -10/12, which I can simplify to -5/6. Okay, and so a is equal to -5/6.
Here's your reminder.
and that is the solution. Okay. Now these are very algebraically intense. Okay. So that becomes the hardest part of some of these problems on these exercises. You wouldn't expect our concept quiz to be this algebraically in depth, because I'm trying to see if you understand the midpoint formula and apply it. Okay, so that probably an example like this with this much complicated algebra probably would not show up on a quiz. So I hope this is helpful.